Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Saturday morning. It's so catchy and chill.
We're here? No, never.
You eating some popcorn? Is that what this means?
I don't know. I just threw that up.
Let's Lego. That's right. We're going to use our hands.
Use our hands.
Use your hands. Hey, James. How you doing, buddy? Saw you hanging out with Taz this morning. Hope all is well. Dave is visiting in chat today. Dave, I just saw your DM right before I went live here. That sounds cool. Oh, we just got a little cheer from Dave as well. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that.
You're
unbelievable.
Thanks, Dave. Alrighty. Chill morning. Gonna continue the Blacksmith, hopefully finish it. Looking good so far. Switch my view here. Looking really sweet. It's about. Got the pink lemonade today.
Oh, you didn't even show me. Yeah. My usual motor oil.
That's what it looks like, too.
I got my bottle of water.
All right.
Fudgesicles.
Just make sure to dump out all the parts and don't leave 15 things in a bag you can't find. I believe you, James. I'm just saying you should recycle some of that stuff, man. All right. Let's see. Bag 11. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to finish this. What do you got going on there, Killer?
Now I'm going to be sad. So I want to continue on. Hold on. Let me grab one of my road plates.
Dave's going to lurk. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate the lurk.
So the other night, Tuesday? Yeah. So I've started getting a bunch of the sidewalk stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to the shout out from Rob on dumping these little doodads for the speed bumps. But so I'm trying to continue to get through Ballsville to get it so it's actually somewhat presentable. Miracle. But I wanted to start. So where I've gotten up through is the side of the street where that's the brick bank, the one way, and then you got the gas station and then tuning workshop, right? So now this is on the opposite side of the street. So I was just looking at something and I hadn't really thought about it too much. I hadn't figured out how I want to get these two buildings put together, right?
Are you saying you had an epiphany?
Yeah, so, well, somewhat. So this is the original set to mock I built, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the 3-in-1 toy shop. Had an apartment up on top. So I did it all the way out, right? Looks awesome. I love it. But where it sits, I have to, right now, the way I've got it, the other bigger set to mock that I did, right? When I just pulled off camera, they have right here. Okay. Where are all the windows? Alleyway.
Yep.
So I basically have to take, I think, to get it to where I want it to be, is basically flip this wall to make it this wall.
Wall. Lol.
No, not a lol. This is a sad. The wall. I just realized this. If I want to get all the sidewalk stuff done.
Well, I guess you got something to occupy yourself for this morning.
Not what I wanted to do per se, but
I think James has it right.
yeah, this is one time I gotta fully agree. Like that should be played like twice, because this definitely is gonna need it.
Oh, okay. Your wish is my command.
Yeah. Hopefully, though, I mean, it should be fairly straightforward.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
All right, so this next part, I have to build 2 of these in succession. Thankfully, I caught the 2 acts up here in the corner, so I can do 2 of these at once.
Yes, I am somewhat crying about this.
You didn't know when you built that you're going to do the other things that you did.
What's that?
You didn't know that when you built that first one, it was going to line up the way that it did.
Yeah, no. Like, because this was the very, very, very first thing I ever built from a mock perspective. I am going to leave that wall solid. Actually, I might. Do I have? I might put a second shelf in. All right, I don't want to go too crazy redesigning stuff. Ooh, what is this prime thing that's popping up? Oh, there it is. I had to go look at it over on the Twitch side.
Can't highlight that because it's an announcement.
What's that?
Can't highlight it in StreamYard because it's an announcement. It doesn't pick them up. You have to create a couple more of those as announcements because they stand out more in the Twitch chat.
Ah, gotcha.
I mean, you can see it's actually a box that's highlighted.
Yeah, no, I saw it pop up in the thing. That's why I'm trying to emphasize. I don't want to do this. Gotta go very, very, very slowly, very, very meticulously.
Yep, because you'll completely F it up if you don't, right?
Yeah, because I'm good at that. It's more of, and I'll show you down here in a second. The bigger part of the problem is not necessarily a problem per se. Kind of a oddball annoyance. But it's an awesome technique to really truly offset stuff. So we'll go solo real quick, Matt, if you don't mind.
You ready to go break for maybe? I don't remember the timing. I haven't talked to him since before he went off to Colorado. So I don't remember exactly what he's up to.
So like using these jumpers to help kind of really offset and really give the windows a nice cool design. Like, hey, you've got like your pillar here, right?
Yeah.
And really give that nice slick style. Like, this is a really cool way of doing it. Now it's just taking all this stuff off, flipping it around again. Oh, sigh. Yeah, we'll get it done.
It's karma for the other day.
Karma for the other day. What are you talking about?
Only hanging around for 9 minutes.
Oh, you're trying to say karma for Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was not. I was not anticipating my schedule change. Oh, I gotta flip this too. Actually, no, I'll flip much. Just gonna flip. I need to leave the sidewalk enough. On the tree.
And this stuff, you're building like the eaves for the roof. So I think these are going to sit somehow like this or something.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. I'll continue with the sadness. Ripping this apart. I'll just take this off right now. Just
Make sure I'm doing this right here. So that's... So this time they did not label the next set as 2X, but I caught it by looking ahead.
Yay! Yeah, it's like once you start getting down that 2X awful path, like it's like if you get hit once with it, you're like, all right, nope, I'm double checking because this is potentially 2X territory.
F you, Lego, for not telling me advance. Wait, you did. Oh, sorry. You had it like tiny, like 0.5 print font. Looks like this is actually a very short bed. But we'll finish this today, so that's cool. And then I can set this down in the space, which if you haven't already, for viewers that may be watching / lurking, on my YouTube channel, I published just yesterday the first Medieval Realm update video, kind of showing just what things kind of look like right now. But to prove it's starting.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Hashtag Matt's getting more done than me. Shocker.
I'm getting more done right now than you are. Just
What's
in the
that?
last 10 minutes.
Hey, you're building. I'm destroying.
That's my point.
How bad did I attach all this? Oh, not too bad. At least this came out like in a nice solid chunk.
There you go.
I'm kind of glad I left the land markers in as well. I'm driving near Matt's house in a big rig.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just separate.
I mean, interesting day for Matt in terms of work stuff too. Work? What? Who said work? Ugh.
You brought it up. Don't look at me. I did not. You did.
Yep. So with the new job, for the first time ever, I have to do some stuff on the weekend. that we can't do during regular hours, but I'm going to be kind of getting trained by my new colleague.
Woo-hoo.
He's going to spend the weekend doing it. I'm only going to be on for like 4 hours or something like that.
This is making me so sad.
Jason Larkin, welcome back, Dave. Ooh, these are kind of cool looking. Look at that. For the eaves, for the roof.
Ooh.
Yeah, it looks kind of cool.
Ooh.
Let's see. All right, so I think this is saying that these will sit in like this, I believe. Oh, that is cool. So then you've got these little Technic axle pieces with a little piece that ends on there. Apparently you put these in to hold this on. So I need to focus on this for 1 second so I don't break everything.
Don't do that. Don't pull Greg.
Scotty, what's up, dude?
What up, Scotty?
What's up? What's up?
PPP. Then you put these little bushing pieces or something. I forget what they call them on here. And that just holds these guys in. And then that's secured. I'll do the same for the other side here. Of course, we're trying to get this into a little tiny space. Big fingers.
Not all of our problems. Just like fair applause.
But yeah, there you go. That holds in there now. Pretty cool. All right, and that was bag 11. How you doing, Scotty?
That's got bag 11 done. I've got one wall put back together. And he chuckles at me. I see how it is, man. Oh, come on, drawer open.
That's drug speed right there.
Hey. I represent that remark.
Gotta get some coffee, that'll be PPP. Nice. Must be really careful I don't lose pieces here, especially the next to night shield roof pieces.
Come on. Why is my stupid drawer?
Stupid drawer.
Stupid drawer not going back here. Why? All right. Well, partially good. How to review the back wall.
Cut pieces out very, very carefully. Sweet. All right, time for some roof.
The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. Oh, wait.
Don't give me a copyright with you singing.
Yeah, that was about 3 seconds of horribleness. I think you should be less worried about a copyright strike on that than me harming the rest of the audience's ears. Two. And two.
Ooh, look at all the colors.
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yellows and greens and grays and blues. Oh my!
The wheels on Greg's bus go round and round.
They do. They do. Look, see?
They do indeed.
I gotta finish the bus, but I gotta think through them. I'm trying to think through the roof design. And I actually got to put chairs and stuff in too.
Mm-hmm.
If it's kind of, or I could just make it a standing bus.
Like a Disney World bus?
Yeah, where everybody stands for a good chunk of a trip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're gonna.
We used to take the buses all the time, parking over at downtown Disney / whatever, Disney Springs now. And then they made the rule you have to be staying in the park.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. Yeah. See, this is why I'm glad I left all my the little exterior like window markers out. So I knew roughly where I had to put everything.
Mm-hmm.
That one, I had to see the whole.
They do go round and round very well.
Yes, they do.
Shocking, isn't it?
Shaka. Wait, why is this look offish? It is offish by a lot. Oh.
So one of the reasons I was excited to do this build too is precisely for seeing how they do the roof technique here.
Oh yeah.
Because I think it's really, really cool, and I just maybe try to do something like this in the future.
Oh, this is just making me so sad. Wait, what the hell did I just do here?
So it's basically just layering.
Oh, I know what I should do.
Yes, I love all the sheets on this roof. Yeah. The roof looks super cool. I'm like, damn, I need to get myself doing some of that.
Oh, it's all the blue, different colored shields in that. How are they doing that? What is it? Just plates offset that give it that look?
It's just layered plates, one above the other, and then you just put the next to night shields on top.
Mm.
It's simpler than I thought it was, I guess.
Pretty, that's pretty cool there, Beth. I can't believe they actually brought them back.
What?
Beavis and Butthead. They're on Paramount Plus.
Where the hell did you get that from?
Because I was like, that's pretty cool there, Beth. So then I went in my brain to that next portion of how the heck did on the Paramount Plus. You weren't on my brain train track. It was completely.
Because you didn't do the warning.
Oh, that's right. I didn't do warning. For those of you that don't know, when I'm talking with Matt, most of the time I have very stream of conscious thought. So then I have to make sure that I put a warning up to let Matt know I am changing the subject. If not, it's like this. Is this random thread of conversation on a single subject? Then all of a sudden, left turn, right turn.
It's like a train that's going down, and then you know that meme of it hitting a bus.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell? How'd you get to that?
I have many thoughts. Was it this? What?
Hell's yeah, new Beavis and Butthead movie. Somebody's excited.
Shut there, Beth.
Shut up, Beavis.
My name's Cornholio. I need tippy for my bunghole.
So, the individual that was our CAO, Chief Information Officer, for those that don't know the lingo, at the university where I work, when I first came on board professionally in 2008, he was from California, and rumor had it from a secondhand source that he was college roommates with Mike Judge.
No way. Seriously?
Yeah. It was secondhand rumors. I don't know how true it actually was.
Yeah, keep the rumor going.
That's kind of interesting. He seemed like a kind of guy that maybe, yeah. So, funny story about him. A group of us went to this hosted lunch by the university, and I ended up in line next to him. And we were talking, and I forget exactly the context of how this came up, but made a joke about the end of the workday or something, and 420 or whatever, and he goes, "It's always 420 somewhere."
Oh man!
I'm like, what the hell?
Okay, boss.
Like, okay, I know where you're coming from now. It just made me laugh.
That is pretty good. Oh, there we go.
Scotty would have been like, "That's my kind of CIO right there."
The P to the P to the P.
Pay.
I think
So
it's
in this step, they're actually having you put these old school toll balls. They have the modified plate. They have little balls on the end of them. Balls.
Yeah.
They're from like the 80s, which I'm assuming is going to help to connect this to the other side. He definitely sounds like my kind of guy. Right?
So is anybody out there building anything kind of cool right now? Doing anything? Waiting for August 1 sets? Doing
August 1. What's happening on August 1st?
it's the beginning of a new month.
And
It's beginning of the month.
I mean, technically, nothing's happening on August 1st, but
No, nothing's happening on
there's
August.
something happening on the 3rd, though.
Is that Castle? Is that when it's coming out for VIPs?
Yep. August 8th is the regular release.
Ah.
VIP is the 3rd. Which, if you buy any kind of Lego, why would you not be a VIP? It just seems silly to me.
Yeah. Hey. Oh, cool, Paz.
G'day, everyone.
Good day, mate.
What did I just do? Oh, that's brilliant. Genius. Okay. Oh, dope.
Are you talking and grumbling to yourself again?
I am yelling at myself. Ah, see you later, James. I was waiting for more. Don't worry, I'll make sure Matt throws a few like chewies and a few things at me while you're out.
Good luck, man. Hope your work and stuff you got to do outside the house goes well. And you get your stuff done.
Taking the same part so many times now. Now it's like, okay, yeah, I know where things have got to go. But it's like always better just to double check.
See, it's subtle, but it just looks really cool doing this technique.
Oh, hey, wait, actually, I'm going to bring you up solo a second, Matt. So you can show it off a little bit better. Because I'm curious to see it. So, what color is it? It's using like a dark blue.
You have 3 that are black right here. You have dark blue.
Yeah.
Then you have, I think this is regular blue at this point. Right here, the light's washing it out a bit.
Yeah.
And then you've got sand green right here, which is, I don't know, probably like indicating like washed out copper or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe that too. But yeah, a combination of color here, really, really cool.
Yeah, it gives it that nice contrast. It makes it really just stand out. It's very cool. Yep. It's a very cool technique.
That it is.
Where am I at? Fixing this mess? All right, let me get the back wall fixed first.
Dave's going back to lurk mode. Thanks for lurking, Dave.
Hello, I'm Dave. Lurk mode.
Since Dave says he's driving, we'll do this.
Yeah, definitely be careful driving, dude. So, speaking of driving, warning, I'm changing subjects, Matt. Warning.
The hell?
Well, no, it's not. It's still related to driving, so it's not too far off topic. So, yesterday I was bringing my younger daughter to work, Sarah, and as we're driving over there, somebody decides to run a red light. I'm glad I took my sweet time coming across the intersection, and we've got a guest coming in. Got him.
G'day, mate.
Yeah, g'day. Yeah, g'day, mate. How you going? I was trying to channel Russell Crowe there a little bit. Yeah, g'day, mate. How you going? I was doing it better the other night. I was just mucking around at home here, and it's like I was getting close to almost, that style of Russell Crowe, and I'm like, oh, damn it.
I hate to say, but my perception of Russell Crowe. My perception of Russell Crowe has been ruined by South Park and the one episode that they did making fun of him years ago.
Yeah.
With the whole fight and run the world.
By far, Gladiator was my favorite movie of his.
I think they did it after that movie.
Yeah,
That's why it was kind of funny.
Which doesn't surprise me though, but he's such a that movie was so iconic. It's a bloody great movie. And he's been in countless others and that as well. But not everybody knows this about Russell Crowe. But he's also a musician, and
they made fun of him in South Park about that.
Well,
shoots himself.
As the band in Australia is lovingly referred to as Tofog, or 30-odd foot of grunt, as it's known. And I'm not making that up. That is the name of the band. But anyway, yeah. So, yeah. But how are we all? How are you, Greg and Matt?
Going well.
Good for Saturday morning.
What am I looking for? 4. Dummy.
Thank you for your support of starting the dud as well. We appreciated it. It was fun having you guys.
It was a good chat last night.
That was absolutely hilarious. Wait, what trays are those, Taz? Those puzzle piece trays. I've never seen those before.
Well, Mrs. Taz found these for me. Her work was selling them for a while because her work was, I think they still do sell puzzles from time to time. They get like large puzzles, several odd thousand, 4,000 or 5,000 bloody piece puzzles. So apparently, and I didn't know this really because I'm not a puzzle person, but they do sorting of their parts or pieces as well. And I'm like, really? And Mrs. Taz bought a couple of the sorting trays home. And she said, look, I know that they're not going to be, you're not going to be able to store a huge amount in them. But she said, maybe when you're building a set, you might be able to spread the bags out into the container, into the little, containers. And if you don't overfill them, you can stack them. You can, they stack up. So, yeah. I've actually been enjoying using them, and through the week I've been doing a bit of parts sorting. And when I was doing that, I was actually using these because I've got 12 of them at the moment. To just as I'm like sub sorting as I'm going. Oh, okay, that's a tile, and so that'll go in there. And then if I find another tile, even if it's a different color, I'll still put it in the same little tray because I'm just sub sorting. I'm just getting all my tile pieces out of the storage container, and because I've got a couple of the bigger yellow side, like the classic boxes full of just an array of parts, but a lot of little parts like your little ingot pieces or little tile pieces and lights or different colored translucent bricks and tiles. And so I've been sub sorting, and this is what I've been using to sub sort everything down. And then when I need to tip it into a larger, sorted container, I can just dump it straight in. So yeah,
Oh,
been very, very, very handy. Yeah, it was a good find. I thought Mrs. Taz did well.
That was part of my intention of buying this tray that you guys see me using. Was when I do
Yeah,
sorting, I can kind of, push things around,
yeah,
and it does help. Only problem is, as you can see, and I've done this before. Like if I push things a little too much, it's very
yeah.
easy for parts to just kind of go right over. So you got to be a little careful about that. But at the same time, if you're
Yes.
sorting, you just want to scrape a bunch off. Very easy, to just push it right into something.
Yeah, yeah.
And this was something that I had bought um, from Jang toting it on his stream. I was like, "Ooh, I'm going to get a couple of those or one of those. It looks cool."
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought they looked a bit familiar. I remember when Jane first got them. I was watching one of his videos and he was showing them off. I thought that's cool. I like that idea.
Yeah, I didn't realize when I went on Amazon and bought it. I bought the larger of the two.
Okay.
He's got a number of the smaller that are like half the size of this one.
All
Where
right.
he
Okay.
can cut a lot of different sorted part types. I think the term is when he's building this out, you're nulling it or knolling it.
Yeah.
So he uses all those to do the knolling.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Whereas I just got the one bigger one here, but it works for me.
Yeah. Nearly finished the bus from the city train station set. I'm nearly finished.
ooh, cool.
I haven't
That
been.
that looks bigger than I thought it was.
It's a really cool set. And bus as well. So over on and I'm trying not to trying not to over promote Matt, but if you'll forgive me on this one, the stream that you're in that you were hanging out in the chat with when I did the Hour of Power.
Oh yeah, man, absolutely. Go for it.
GJ, he has this set as well. He's reviewed it on his channel as well, and he said, "Taz, that's a brilliant bus." He said it's such an awesome build. I've got the Lego City bus from a couple of years back, the green and I think the green and yellow one from a few years ago now.
the one that I was working with recently.
Yeah. But I like this one. This one's not bad at all. I'm impressed. It was one of the other reasons. It's not the primary reason, but it is one of the reasons why I got this set. The primary reason is because of its Thunderbox on rails. So you can't go wrong with the Thunderbox on rails. So
all right, so I have to make a joke about your story last night about your first job on the farm.
Yes.
And and how it appears to have inspired your love of Thunderboxes.
Well, that and it inspired my love of gaming consoles and games back then, because while people might have been laughing at me for shoveling manure, I certainly wasn't. I was actually laughing when I walked out the door of the store with a brand new Sega Master System and a bucket ton of games, because I had change left over. Now, back then, and that was basically 2 weeks worth of work, and I had change left over.
That's just
Oh yeah. I was a happy lad, and it didn't worry me at all how I got the finances to buy my Sega. I was a happy chappy.
No, if it worked for you and you got the money to get that stuff, that's awesome.
Oh hell yeah! I was. Now, would I apply the same theory to Lego? I'll tell you what. Now with the pricing, that's going up and everything, it's getting more tempting to go out to a farm and say, "Hey, do you mind if I just shovel some manure?" They look at me like, "Really, really," and say, "Hey, makes for great fertilizer." And it does, especially in places where you don't get a lot of rain. Which the place that I was growing up in, we got bugger all rain. We were in drought for a lot of the years when I was a kid, so I cashed up. There's way too many jokes to use for that, but hey, it worked. And on that note as well, the only thing I didn't add to this bus was the sticker for the supermarket, the fresh sticker that comes with it, because at the moment I am a bit more skint so on finances, but I am going to try and make my own little, and I actually have made my own little grocery store. I just didn't put an interior in it. I need to finish or go back and revisit that little mock. It's only on a 16 by 16 plate, and it was supposed to have like a little apartment up above, on top, but I'm going to use the stickers out of this sticker sheet to put towards getting the I'm going to use the stickers from this set. But on saying that, I just remembered I've got a heap of those, the extra sticker sheet thing that you could get. Like,
that's how I did my supermarket. Was I used the one from the extra set? Yep.
I'm leaning on maybe using those stickers instead, but I like this one as well. So for now, until I make up my mind, I'm just going to keep the back advertising board blank for now, until I make up my mind whether I'm going to use the stickers as they are from the set, or I use the stickers for something else. But I've used the rest of them as is on the bus, and I love this bus build. It is awesome.
Yeah, I'm digging that.
Yeah, I love the colors. And if you want to, I know it's breaking a cardinal. It is breaking or it is a bit of a cardinal sin. But if you don't mind doing it, and if you know that you're never going to pull this set apart, you could put some of those other stickers along the sides here too for like advertising. Especially with those extra sticker sheets, you could actually easily do some stickers along the side. And there's plenty of room at least on one side to do it, and then you've got your other side where your doors are, and so you've got less space on one side. But I like this build. I'm not complaining at all about it.
It's only a cardinal sin, Taz, if you grew up after like the 90s and Lego. Those of us from the 80s that built in the 80s and 90s remember the time of putting stickers across multiple things and knew that was common, and Lego supported that. They did it. Yep. So I have no problem with it.
Here we go. Illegal technique. Oh.
So yeah, it's I'm happy with it. It's all good.
Awesome.
Scott, g'day Scott. How you going, buddy? Yeah, it's always look. I always enjoy coming over here to your stream, Matt. It's and hanging out with you as well, Greg, and the others that are on the panel from time to time. It's good fun. I appreciate it, and Josh and I appreciate you guys coming over to Stud in the Dud and spending time with us over there as well. That was a fun stream.
Oh, absolutely, great time.
We really enjoyed it. Yeah, lots of fun.
Matt was busting my chops up last night, Taz, because he's like, "All right, what excuse are you coming up with now to not make it to the stream tonight?" I'm like, well, I got 2 hours. I guess I still got time to make up some sort of excuse. I was there.
No, you were, and mate, we had fun. That was it was. We were glad to use the new Atari set from Lego as our springboard, as a bit of a theme for the show. We don't always do a theme, but it was nice to actually. It was a great segue into classic, vintage games, and we had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, it was good because I haven't gamed in forever. It's just not my thing. Like basically when I left for college, I left all semblance of anything with that. Like I did Lego for obviously a long time.
Yeah.
But it was nice to kind of think about the stuff from the 80s and the 90s when I was doing some gaming at least and reminisce about that.
And especially one of my favorites, and I was so glad that it was just Brett and I on a backstage, just hanging out because we do that from time to time. And he held up this minifigure. This is one of the CMF ones, and he said, "Taz, you know who that is, right?" And I was racking my brain. I thought it was more from the Castaway movie that had Tom Hanks in it. But straight up, Brett's like, "Taz, that's Johnny Castaway. And I went, oh, Brett. And I went, you bastard. I went, oh my God, memories. And I straight out ran to Googled Johnny Castaway, found the image, we were backstage. I put it up on the shared screen. I said, Brett, that screensaver was by far my favorite. I was kicking myself that I forgot the name, but as soon as he mentioned it, I'm like going, oh my God, how did I not realize that? How did I miss that? But on YouTube, if you go
I don't even remember that myself, so that was a reminder for me. I think I remember seeing it.
If you go to YouTube, someone's got an 8-hour video recorded onto YouTube of Johnny Castaway. Because Brett,
there's always the 8 to 10 hour things now.
Yeah. Well, Brett's concern was that he wasn't sure. Like he said to me, he said, "I'm not sure if you if the screensaver would run, say, on Windows 10 or Windows 11 or whatever." Mm-hmm. And he was a bit worried about if he did it. If he started manipulating, the OS to be able to run the screensaver, he was worried about, potentially crashing or damaging the operating system. So while he was talking to me about it, I raced out to YouTube and I said, hey, Brett, there's like an 8-hour video on YouTube. If you were able to download that video, and I think I know if you pay for YouTube Premium, I think that it gives you that option to download the video or whatever. But I said, if you were able to find an actual downloadable version of that, I said, if you've got a US, because he's got a smart TV, but he said, it is a little bit older. And I said, well, if it's got a USB port on it, which even our really, really old one had at least a USB, I said, save it to like a thumb drive or something and play it as a video and put it on loop. Next minute, bang, you've got Johnny Castaway on the big screen. And he's just like, damn, Taz, that's a cool idea.
That is a good idea.
I like your build there, Greg. That's reminiscent.
So,
I like it though. It's reminiscent of what I did for my little Lego shop. Obviously, it's not, and I'm not saying it's the same at all, but I'm saying for me, it's reminiscent of the little Lego store build that I did for my layout. But that's what drew my attention to it. I'm like, yeah, that looks cool. I like that.
So there's some sadness around this. This is why I'm working on it. So I was gonna do. Were you on? Yeah, you were on Tuesday for a bit. No, I'm redoing all, getting the sidewalks done for my city.
Yep.
Okay. So I took. Back over there for a second. So I took this guy out because I'm like, all right, I got one side of the street done up to where I've got buildings for. All this stuff. As I make more of a mess. So I had this building here, right?
Yeah.
Then you remember this other building?
Mumble, mumble, grumble.
This building, right? So they sit next to each other.
Yeah.
So there's this alleyway to get to, because the entrances to the apartments are on the back.
Yep.
Yeah, well, this is going to be, oh, crap, now you can't see it. This is where there's going to be a street section.
Okay.
Specifically, that street section.
Okay. Yep.
So all of the windows were on that side.
Yep.
Not on that side. So all of the windows were facing So I had to kind of do some redesign, rebuild, and what the hell did I just do here? Oh, that would explain what the hell.
Well, I was going to say, Greg, I know because that's for the side that's just got the tan, and I'm assuming that there's tan bricks going along the wall there.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, and I can only imagine that. Well, I don't know what the pricing would be over where you are though. But do you have any 10 panel pieces? Just by out of curiosity, you know the panel.
Yeah, the one
You know,
by six
like
by five.
sorry.
The 1 by 6 by 5.
Yes. Do you have any of them?
Oh, I probably do. Floating around
The
somewhere.
reason why I'm asking is maybe again totally your call. I mean, but what you could do to brighten up that wall, even if you didn't have enough window pieces, or just to add a little bit more grittiness to it, or in a way, or not even grittiness. Grittiness is probably the wrong word, but if you use the panel pieces, and if you're happy to sacrifice a couple of panels going along that side, if you can get like if you've got like some surplus sticker sheets and stuff like that, you could actually put along that wall some of the stickers like from like even like those extra sticker packs and have it like as a bit of an advertising, like have some
Oh,
like a
yeah, yeah,
going
yeah.
along. Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, but this is
Because
it. It's an alleyway to get to
yeah.
the apartment. That's actually not a bad idea. Just to have like just to break it up a little bit.
Well,
Because
even like I said, yeah. Well, even like if you say if you unless you've got more window pieces that you could put along that back wall, but then
oh,
really like or that side wall. But if you just even put some stickers along there or something like that, it would sort of still it adds that little bit of like
yeah,
it's like a bit of a little advertising billboard sort of wall,
Or you
and
could
it
even think about it like graffitiing it too, right?
yeah,
even that as well, yeah, because there was a few sets over the times that have had like actual Lego graffiti. I've even got them on some of mine. I'm trying to think a couple of the sets that have had it. I think there's even a few of the city ones. Possibly that city skate park one that came with the road plates from 20 what was that 2020 2021.
Yep. Yeah, the one last year. Yep.
Yeah. But just even some of the Lego graffiti stickers or something like that. Even if you want to just stay legit, genuine Lego stickers or whatever, or not, non third party ones or whatever.
yeah.
But it would
Yeah.
just sort of add that little bit of, and it would look great. Like if you get a camera and you get down to minifig eye level, I reckon that would pop. That wall would sort of pop a bit as well, and it wouldn't. I think if you did that, it would be less distraction for if you're even looking at it yourself because you think, oh, because it's always going to draw your eye there because it's a blank wall, right? But if you
Yeah.
put a couple of stickers there, it might just sort of add that little bit of, just that little touch of realism to it. I mean, I love it even as it is, Greg. It's still a cool build. I'm not knocking it in any way, shape, or
Oh
form,
no,
but
I didn't. Oh, I didn't think you were doing that at all. Because like
yeah,
in here is where I've got, because it is the old toy store.
yes, yeah.
So it's got like I put a TV up over here. I gotta get a sticker or something over there for it.
That's cool, though. Yeah.
And then it's got that shelf. So I mean, I've got some of the smaller panel pieces.
Sorry, just taking away for a
I don't know.
second.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Damn.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a great building style technique right there. That looks old fashioned.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
they're
love
using the
that.
old Nexo Knights. What
Yeah,
are they?
this is fan. I wanted the set as soon as I saw it just to see how they did this technique with the Nexonite shields,
Yeah.
and it was easier than I thought it was. But now I'm like, oh damn, I need to get myself some of these off like Pab or something if I can, so I can build more like that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
But no, I agree. I like your build, mate. I like the toy store. That's a good size store as well.
yeah. I mean, I've got to do all the interior. And this is the very first mock I did. Like this is the first actual real building I did. Was this one.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, this was like this kind of gave me that kind of push to do some things.
I'm trying to remember, Greg. Was it you and I? Was it soon after I met you through Matt that I think you even sent me a message or something on Instagram, and I took some photos of mine and sent them to you. I can't remember if that was you or that might have been somebody else. Maybe that was you, Matt, as well. I know some, and I remember saying to someone, "Oh, I'll take some photos of mine," because like I was getting questions about it, and I said, "Oh, I'll take some photos of it and I'll send them." So
maybe
I can't remember if that was you, Greg.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, I think I could probably sub out because, like, I've got in here. Probably I can do like some panel subs.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to do the sticker across pieces either, there, Greg.
No.
Yeah, same. I was going to say that as well.
No, I'm not going with the 80s now illegal technique. No,
it's not illegal. Lego did it. It's not illegal.
No,
it's canon. It's canon then.
The only illegal thing I subscribe to is anything that stresses parts. That's the only thing I believe was truly illegal.
Yeah. I know. I'm busting you up.
And another trick that I like to use, especially with Lego sets, is I keep all the sticker sheets because I don't tend to use a lot of stickers in my builds. But if you're trying to fill out an interior, and you're not too worried about it, some of the stickers, especially from the friend sets, like I've got a friend set that would have, it was ones, it's been like there's been a few houses that have been released through the Friends series, and they have stickers that would go on the little panel for the TV. And so I hold back those sticker sheets to go, I know one day I'm gonna want to have something on, on the screen for the TV, so I keep my sticker sheets because I know I'm going to use them eventually. I know that there'll be a mock or build that I will use them for. When I did the pizzeria the first time round, and when I bought those extra sticker sheets, I used a bunch of those stickers for the little pizzas, for the little pizza boxes, all that sort of stuff. Just because not all of them are prints. You do score it lucky at times where you can get sets that have got the printed pieces, but not all of them come with the printed pieces for the pizza boxes, and they had different designs for the pizza boxes in those stickers. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm using stickers definitely. So as much as I don't like putting them on sets all the time, I know that I'm going to use them in mock builds somewhere. So yeah.
Speaking of stickers, I just want to take a quick aside. I know he's not around. I think he's been busy with life and stuff, but I just want to remind folks, if you like the idea of doing stickers and you want custom stuff, don't forget that my good buddy Paul Roos, aka Brick Addict, does custom work. And I've got all the stuff hanging out that I need to work on in the future for city projects.
Oh, Matt, you got to put me in contact with him. Damn. You got to put me in contact with him, Matt, please. Yeah, definitely.
With Paul? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There's a few other things with Paul too. Like he has done. All right, so besides the sticker work he's done, and why the hell? Oh, I know why this isn't coming back into the same spot. Besides the sticker work he's done, he does instructions too. He does some of the best. Like Lego does great instruction sets, right? To a point. Yeah. Except when it goes, oh, you know this thing you've got to do? You got to do it like 16 times, but they only go, hey, here's the build. Now, at the last page, it goes, 16x. Yeah. I will at least put that up front and go, listen, here's this thing you got to do. It's going to be 16 times worth, and it's up front. So you know, okay, all right, I got to build this sub-assembly 16 times.
Yeah.
Is probably, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, instruction guys that I have seen to do really clean, understandable instruction sets.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, he Taz, you know that little dispensary thing I built as a joke, right?
Yeah.
I built it as a joke. It just was on a whim, and a couple of other people built them too, including our buddy Macro Bricks. He did one. But Paul DM'd me and he goes, "Oh, do you mind if I try making instructions for that?" So I said, "Okay, if you want." And I had done my little I usually do the mock review video things, right? So I can show off the build.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Can you take like 3 or 4 pictures of a couple little areas that I couldn't quite see in the video?" So I did that for him. And I sent it to him. So between the pictures I sent and my mock review video, which he watched a number of times, he created a full-out detailed instruction set of my entire build.
Damn.
And then he actually made it into a set that he's selling over on his site. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty freaking cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man, I'm going to drop Paul's link into the chat.
Yeah, do it up.
I'm going to have to reach out to him because, out of curiosity, I'd be interested to see if because I've had trouble tracking down the sticker sheet for set 7722, and that's my unicorn.
Yeah, I think he could directly try replicating too. I know he's been working on things like that.
If he can, I'll pay whatever it's going to cost to get that sticker sheet over to Australia, and whatever he does to, ensure it's, as much as he can, it's, to keep it, as flat as possible to get it over here, which I know is asking a lot. But if I would, I'd say, look, I'll even pay him extra to do a couple of extra runs just in case, just to try, but I've got to reach out to him because I want to get the stickers for 7722. I've had a lot of trouble trying to track them down genuinely.
So this is how he ships. It's in cardboard. It's in an envelope with cardboard.
Yeah.
He shipped it. I mean, he's going from England to us.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Lego sent me a couple of sticker sheets that I've had from sets that have been damaged, or not the set, this, when I say as in like the box has been damaged in transport or just moved around that much where it's, the sticker sheet is basically a write-off. And they've sent them over with the little cardboard, inserts in between, and the sticker sheet was in immaculate condition. So if he does the same thing, and it's pretty much a sure win that I'll, receive the sheet in pristine condition. So I've got to reach out to him because it's been paining me that I haven't been able to get a sticker sheet. So, because Charlie, Bluegrass Bricks is the guy that I got the set from, who I met through Who's Your Bricks' channel. And Charlie was just like, Taz, I know this set means a lot to you, but he said, mate, it hasn't got the sticker sheet. I was just like, Charlie, I don't care. Send it over. I'll find a way. I'll find a way to get the stickers.
Which set is that, Taz?
7722. It's the it's the Lego it's like a steam cargo train. Lego. I'll do a quick.
Oh, all right. I gotta get it up. The Lego Steam Cargo Train. It's the battery set.
Yep. Now, when Bluegrass told me about the set, he had it, and he said, "Listen, I just want to make sure that it's all good." He said, "Do you mind if I go through it and like basically build it and run it and just make sure everything's okay?" I said, "Yeah, go for it, buddy. Absolutely, no problems at all. No rush. The battery box was like as if it was freshly made straight out of the factory.
I had that as a kid.
Yeah?
I remember that. I was like 5 or 6 years old. I had that.
It's for me, it was my unicorn. It's a unicorn for me.
I remember the steam engine. I remember the battery box inside the red one there. Yeah. I remember the rails and the sleepers. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And I love the forklift build.
But
I love the little forklift build.
Yeah.
This is where it gets now. This set has more sentimental meaning to me because not only was it my first working train set, it was my first Lego train set.
Mm-hmm.
And the year that I got it, because it was, it's 1980, was it 1985, 86?
It had to be right around mid-80s because that's when I got it.
Yeah,
well, into Lego as a kid.
Yeah, 85 is when it was released.
the store that my mum it's a really sort of bittersweet sort of thing for me, this whole thing. But I'll just check first, Matt. Do you mind if I indulge just for a moment? Is that okay, or it's
I'm
it's
just
your
in your
stream?
building.
So
You guys, yeah, feel free to talk, buddy. Absolutely.
I know you're going to be short on time, so I don't want to over. I don't want to take over. So tell me
Yeah,
tell me
I
now, and
mean, we're
I'll.
still good until 11 o'clock. I don't have to work
Okay.
until a little bit after
All
that.
right. I will give the Reader's Digest version of this, but
Nice, I like that.
my mum got the set several years after. Like, we were in a small little toy shop, and it was I'd have been probably, I think I was like 8 or 9 years old when I got the set. So it was out for a while, and it must have been sitting on the shelf. And back then, where I was when I was growing up as a kid, the stores, I would have imagined back then, obviously like they do now, they buy the set, so they'll keep it on the shelf until it sells. Because it's stock, it's theirs. What are they going to do? Throw it out? It was probably going to cost them a fortune to send it back to Lego back in those days. Not like it's sort of a bit better to do it nowadays. Anyway, so she bought the set. She held on to it for a bit, and she waited till Christmas. And it was one year we were down visiting some family on my dad's side of the family. And of all days to travel, we traveled on Christmas Day. I spent about 8 hours in the car, bored out of my mind. This was pre-DVD era, where you could have a little DVD, player and a screen strapped to the back to the headrest of the car, and you could sit there and watch movies like our kids got to do when we were doing long trips. They were entertained. You put that on, and you don't hear from them unless they need to go to the toilet or they're hungry. So it was a great little babysitter in the car, because me and Mrs. Taz were sitting in the front, bored, and the kids were there watching DVD, having a great old time. So 8 hours in the car. I remember we didn't get to my family's place until about, like, it was nighttime. It was dark. It was pitch black outside, so it was nighttime. And I hadn't got to open any Christmas presents that day because we were in the car for 8 hours, right? So, Mum was like, well, mate, it's probably getting late. We need to get you to bed. And I'm like, Mum, surely one present on Christmas Day, surely, come on. And she's like, okay. So she told me to go and sit in the lounge room. And then she comes out with a wrapped box. She hands it to me and she says, Merry Christmas. I tore the wrapping off, and it was 7722. And my eyes lit up. Like, I can remember this very sharply. Where it gets a bit bittersweet, though, is I remember sitting on the floor, ripping open the box and just going to town on that set and building it and trying to get it built before it was sent to bed. And my dad walked in. I'll try not to get too emotional on this one, but my dad walked in, and he sat down next to me and he helped me build the set. And when I saw the set, I said to Charlie, we were live on a stream, and I said to Charlie, I said, mate, that set has some sentimental value to me. And anyway, he said, well, Taz, let's talk off stream. And he said, we'll try and work something out, mate. But he said, if you want it, it's yours. We'll agree on a price. Happy days. So anyway, Charlie and I got backstage, and then we ended up doing our own little just direct video chat with each other. And I told him why it meant so much to me. And poor old Charlie was nearly in tears. He's like, bloody hell, Taz. And I'm like, mate, I said, that set for me brings back some nice memories. And I said, it's one memory that I've held on to with my dad. And I said, I don't care how long the set takes to get here, mate. I'll pay whatever we can agree on. Happy days. But please, I'd love to have that set. And he said, look, all good, Taz. I want to check to make sure, though, mate. He said, because I don't want to send you a set that's missing a bucket ton of pieces or broken pieces or whatever. He said, do you mind if I get it up and running for you first and just make sure everything works? I said, Charlie, even if the battery box doesn't work anymore, I still want the set, because for me it'll either sit in the box or I'll be able to build the locomotive and the carriages and everything and put it in a nice display cabinet, and it'll be a display piece purely for nostalgia. So I said, even if it doesn't work, I said, still send it over. He said, okay, but he said, I want to test it first. I said, go for it, mate. Happy days. he ended up testing it, and he even sent me a video. He's like, "Hey Taz, it's working for you, buddy. It's working. The train works." He said, "I'm just not going to send you batteries." And I've replied back, "Charlie," I said, "don't worry about it, champ. I can get the batteries here. Don't worry about it. It's the same batteries in Australia. Happy days, mate. Send her over." And I remember getting home. I was actually out on an emergency call out with work, and Mrs. Taz sent me a text, and she said, "You have a parcel." This was a couple of weeks after it had been sent. I paid for it up front and everything, but it was a couple of weeks later when it got here. And I got home from work. I was so tired, but there it was sitting on the table. And I'm just like, oh my God, there it is. And I opened the parcel. I took a photo of it, and then I recorded a quick little video and said, "Hey, mate, this arrived for me today. I've just got home from work, but I've got it." I said, "I'm actually going to build it on the weekend with my kids because I want to share that experience with them too, just like I had with my dad." I said, "I'm going to build it on the weekend." And so that weekend, after one of Hoosier streams, I sat out in the lounge room with the kids, and I built the set with them, and we were playing with the set. I even took video of them, changing the direction of the train. And I recorded the few minutes of that, sent it to Charlie, and then I video called Charlie, and I said, "Mate," I said, "you've got no idea what this has done." I said, "The memories it's brought back is just, it was overwhelming." Because everyone was like, "Taz, you got to do a live stream. You've been talking about this bloody train set for ages. You got to do a live stream, live unboxing." And I said to Charlie, "Mate," I said, "I can't." I said, "If I do, I'm going to break down." I said, I can't do it." I said, "I can't do it live." But I said, "I wanted you to know how personal this was to me and how special it was."
Yeah, and I think that's something because of how personal the connection was for you. That should have been kept.
And Charlie, for those that don't know, he's a veteran, and he was tearing up. Now, this guy would have seen much more hardened conditions in his lifetime, and he was tearing up. He's like, "Damn, Taz." And I'm like, "Dude," I said, "I told you, Charlie." I said, "I wasn't lying to you, mate." I said, "I'm not bullshitting you." I said, "This set means more to me. I'm never selling it." I said, "I'll never sell it." I said, "This set means more to me than what you'll ever know." And I said, it has a very deep personal connection. And oh, dude, it was such a great set. I've got so many memories locked away in that little bloody Lego train set. So
I have something for you that I remembered as you were talking about the experience with your dad and all that and Christmas. So I went back through some stuff because I have some pictures of my early childhood. Let me share you guys this one. This is going to be a rare look in.
Oh, Scott. Oh,
Brooks here. Let's see. Where's my picture here? Let me just bring this up on another window here. 1 second. All right. Here we go. Look at
that. Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Now, this is not Lego. I remember this being a Hot Wheels set, but look at that. Me, I know I had to be probably 2 or something like that. My curly hair and my dad there. Unwrapping that at Christmas. Look at that's awesome.
Oh, man, Oh, that is awesome. Oh, wow.
That's pretty cute.
Oh.
That made me think of it, though.
That's a little bit.
Oh.
By the way, guys, there you go. There's a face reveal for you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, 2 years old.
It hasn't changed that much.
You're more than welcome, Scott. It was a nice memory, and I'm sorry that I'm sorry that the train was lost in the move, mate. That'd hurt too. It was a really cool little set.
I don't know how mine disappeared. God, it must have been so long ago.
Like, I couldn't believe, was it 1985 that set came out? Now, I took video of that and also sent it to my mum. And then when she came down to visit, she said, "Have you got that train set?" I said, "Oh, it's wrapped up in packaging. It's got bubble wrap around it. Like I've secured that set. Sleeps better than I do. That thing's got more padding and it gets a better night's sleep than I do."
It gets a massage every day. TLC.
Exactly. And like, for me to reach it, I've got to get up on a ladder because I'm so terrified that the whole room's going to bloody flood again and then I'll lose that set. So
Mhm.
I've got it as, any higher and it may as well be on the bloody roof. So I've got it the highest possible towards the ceiling that the damn thing can fit. I've got it wrapped up in bags and I'm trying to look after this set and preserve it. And so when Mum came to visit, she said, the photo you took of you and the kids with that train set? I said, yeah. She said, have you got it? And I said, yeah. And I went and got it, and it was still in the box. And she burst into tears. She said, I remember buying this for you. Yeah, obviously not that particular set, because it was, the one that I got from Bluegrass.
Yeah.
But she remembered buying the original. And she burst into tears. She's like, I remember that. And she said to me, she's like, why has this set struck a chord? And I told her, I said, don't you remember, Mum? I said, who sat next to me and helped me build that set? And she fell apart.
Mm-hmm.
She was a blubbering mess. She said, and you've remembered that? I said, of course I did. Of course I remember it. I said, I can remember it like it was literally yesterday. And I said, I'll always remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, she was a blubbering mess, an absolute, tearing up a box of Kleenex tissues like you wouldn't believe. She was a blubbering mess, but it was a memory that came back to her. She remembered walking into the shop and buying it, but she's like, it was just a train set, mate. Why? And I said to her, Mum, you remember who helped me build that? And then she paused and she's like, oh my God. She said, your dad. And I said, yeah. Mm-hmm. And there it was. That's right. So
it's a wonderful experience to be able to remember that, though.
It was, and it is sort of, I still say it's a bit bittersweet, because that train set alone brings back great childhood memories. But then, of course, with Papa Brickman, it's always going to have that little bit of a bittersweet moment to it. But I can look at that set with mostly very fond memories. Mm-hmm. And then I have that little, and I still see that moment with that as a fond memory. So, but it just sort of hammers home the little bit of the reality that he and I wish, I wish he'd have been around. And look, it may have meant nothing to him in person to see it now. You went, oh, did you have that as a kid or something? He may not have remembered it, or he might have gone, oh, bloody hell, mate, I remember us sitting down and building that. That unfortunately is, a conversation I'm not going to be able to have with him now, but at least I can, at least I've got that memory there. So
absolutely.
It's why I couldn't do it live, and that's why I said to Charlie, and he's like, oh, dude, he said, I totally understand, mate. He said, no wonder why. He said, yeah, he said, I don't think I'd be able to do that either. He said, mate, he said, I'm so glad you were able to get, benefit out of that set. I said, Charlie, I'm never selling it, mate. And he said, yeah, but Taz, it was missing some parts. He said, it's missing the sticker sheet. I said, don't worry. I'll find a way to get the stickers. Don't worry about that. I'll find a way. So if I can reach out to your mate, Matt, and Greg, if I can reach out to Paul.
Yeah, please do so.
Yeah.
In fact, I will. I can reach out to myself too and just be like, hey, Paul, blah blah blah.
Yeah, look, if you wouldn't mind, and I'm not asking him to, to try and, I still want him to be able to make some money out of it. The guy's got to make some sort of profit at the end of the day, but just that if he's able to do something with the stickers for 7722, and I might try and get some other custom stuff off him as well. I'd be wrapped, absolutely wrapped. That would, and look, I would put those stickers on, and it wouldn't even bother me that they were, aftermarket or custom, printed stickers. But if they're the ones from the train set, as in the stickers replicating from that train set, oh mate, that basically completes it for me.
I think he could find a way to do that.
Yeah,
I don't want to speak to him too much and promise that, but I think he could.
Well, if we can reach out to him, mate, yeah, that'd be
7722, right? Yes.
7722, yeah.
I'm hitting him up right now.
Okay.
Scott, great hanging out with you, mate. Hopefully we can catch up on a stream again sometime too, buddy. But good to see you, Scott. Hope you're well, mate.
See you, Scotty. Have a good one, buddy.
Take care, Scotty. But yeah, Matt, sorry to get a little bit emotional there, but no, it's memories that that'll lock into and that. But it's such a
No,
cool
yeah,
set though. I love that train set.
That is that's fantastic that you can have such a clear memory of something like that.
Yeah,
And
every time I see
here.
it, it really hits.
Hey, Scotty.
Your
See,
champion, Scott.
Done.
No, it's looking good, Greg. I like how you've done the white and gold tiles for your sidewalk.
Yeah, it's coming out really nice. That's why I had to get up and go grab all the street sections, because this is actually how the layout's going to be. I still got to go back in and do more street signs and stuff. So I mean, right now this is the initial tile layout. Bunch of this stuff is going to come back out and come back up. But wait, are you done that?
That's the build. I have one more bag, but it's the cart.
You're gonna have to get one of those lazy Susans, Matt. You know, like the old lazy Susan, and spin it around for us.
I know, right?
All right, Matt,
do you guys call them that over there? Do you call them lazy Susans?
Yep, yeah, I've heard described that way.
Okay, cool.
Now you're on solo, Matt.
This is the build, and it is bigger than I thought it might be.
Yeah.
It is not to scale with the 3-in-1 as that castle comes out by default. So because of that, I'm definitely going to have to elevate the castle, the 3-in-1 castle, the Black Falcon one that I'm going to, that I already have built.
Yeah.
At least make it higher compared to this. Because this should not tower over that build.
No.
And
right now it is.
Yeah.
So, but
with some modification, it was some modification though.
I mean, this is Lego did a fantastic. So this was an idea set, if I recall.
I think it was. Yeah, it was
somebody, and I know that they did tweak it from the submission, but I mean, they did This is beautiful. It really is. There's so
it's a set
much
to be proud of. Oh yeah, no, that's that set is epic. It's one that's been on my list quietly, but I know it's but one that I'm not going to be able to buy for a little while. But maybe if I see it on a really good deal or something like that. But that's a very cool set.
Yeah, they did well.
Yeah,
I can't complain about this at all. Other than the tree build over here, which was a little annoying to build that. It looks good. It looks like an old medieval, crappy ready tree. It just, the technique was a little annoying.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I got a horsey. Nay.
Yep.
We're watching some of the old school Simpson episodes with the kids, and that one come up with Millhouse. I think it was the Bigger Brother or whatever it was called, the episode where what was it called? Bigger Brother program episode on The Simpsons, and
forever.
Millhouse had his he took the little horse to school, like the little toy horse, and so I got a horsey, nay, and
so I didn't even realize this. You get 2 Black Falcon Knights with this build too.
Whoa!
2 full-out Knights.
Okay,
this is pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know Brett. Brett's builds was raving about that set as well. He likes that one as well.
Yeah, I can see why. This is quality.
It is. No, it's an epic set. I'm really digging it. It's just one that at the moment, again, I'm a little skin on cash at the moment, so I've just got to bide my time a little bit. But that set is on my radar, but just a little bit out of my reach at the moment. Not by much, honestly. At the end of the day, I'm probably procrastinating a little bit, but at the moment, it's sort of it's on the edge of what I can do. So
it is. I'm glad I got it, and I did happen to get lucky enough to catch a damaged box at my local store. And I said to the manager, I'm like, Steve, do you mind if I take this one? He goes, well, we're not really supposed to sell those. And I said, I don't care about the box, man. I just want the set. He goes, all
Yeah.
right. And I said, do you guys consider those discounts at all for damaged boxes? So I've heard other places do that, other stores
Yeah.
and stuff. He goes, yeah, I can give you like 10 or 15% off or something. I'm like, done. Give me it right now. I'll take it.
Sold.
Matt's like,
Fine.
done.
Done.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sold to the highest bidder.
So that was last year when I got this, even before I really was going to commit to the kind of idea of doing a medieval build like I'm doing now.
Yeah.
But so glad I did. So glad now. Very, very
So
happy.
these medieval builds, is it going to be like a district, or are you going to set up like a bit of a Renaissance fair or something like that? Are you going to try that option?
It's a whole other area, completely separate from the city. It's just a different space and time.
Oh, nice. That's going to be cool.
It's it's in the city room, but it's underneath the tables, so it's its own dimension kind of thing.
Greg. Well, Greg, I know you were hanging around for a bit, but Matt, did you hear what my plans are? I know that the other Greg, or GJ, as lovingly refer to him as GJ Briggs, he touched on a sore topic, that it's a topic that usually would make me go into the fetal position. It's a topic that could cause nightmares or night terrors. It's a topic that drives a dagger through my soul and my sheer existence. But he did bring up the lighthouse.
Oh, yes. I poked fun at him about that.
Now, the lighthouse is like Voldemort from the Harry Potter, series. It is, he who must not be named. He who is whispered in very hushed corners of the world, of the realms.
Don't say that name.
Yeah.
Don't say that name.
Say the name, something bad happens. My ceiling will fall in, or I'll have a colony of bats all of a sudden living in my Lego room for some ungodly known reason why. But he mentioned the lighthouse. Now, ordinarily, like I said, I would have went fetal. I would have been upset. I would have started crying, and a little slice of my heart would have died at that very moment. However, on saying that, the Lego Creator 3-in-1 castle set that came out, one of the alternative builds was a tower. Now, most of us here, fans of Jang, even he made the comment on that tower build that they could have done even like a ye old / medieval lighthouse.
Did he say that in his review of the 3-in-1, Taz?
Sorry?
Did he say that in his review of the 3-in-1?
Yes, he did.
Damn, I'm gonna have to go back and watch that because I don't remember that. But I could see him saying that.
Matt, I tell you no lie, sir. I'm 100% genuine. He says it in the review. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, I think I know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to try, and it won't be exactly. I am going to build the tower exactly as it is, just to build it and get some ideas from it. I take some inspiration, try to sort of get a bit more of an idea of the lighthouse in my head. But I'm thinking of actually doing the lighthouse with that medieval sort of inspiration, and actually do an actual lighthouse based on that tower.
All right.
Now I've got the set as well, Matt. I've got the set. It's up on a shelf at the moment, but I have that set. And when you have a look at the tower, now I'm going to take the banners down. I'm not going to use the banners, and I'm probably not going to use the little yellow, what would you say, house bit that juts out on the side there. I'll probably ditch that, and I won't use the banners. But look at that. Tell me that could be turned into a lighthouse with, yes, some part manipulation and modification. But look at it.
Yes, I can. I never would have thought of that, but you're absolutely right.
Jang mentions it in his review. He says it was possible. He said Lego could have done it with that tower. And as soon as he said that, I'm like, Yeah, I think I've got my idea now. I think I can settle and finally put this lighthouse to rest as it so deserves, and then we'll finish it and turn it into a more or less a medieval but old lighthouse.
That actually could be kind of cool for
That's what I'm thinking.
Tazville or whatever. I say Taz or I say Ville for everything now.
Tazville. I like that actually. Tazville.
Now I
Tazville.
will. Not to distract from the story or anything, but I just have to say
No,
I
no.
did not name my city. One of my now former coworkers randomly, when I first started building in 2019, when I was building version 1 of the city, he goes, "Oh, Brooksville, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Did you just name my city?" And he goes, "I guess I did."
Yeah.
I'm like, "All right."
But it sounds like a real name of a place. It sounds like a real name, Brooksville. It's
right?
not.
So it actually is, because you look on Google Maps. I've found Brooksville before.
Oh wow! Oh, cool. Okay.
But anyway, yeah. But yeah, that would be a fantastic lighthouse build.
Awesome. Yes, yeah, definitely. That's now that's on the cards. But I have got to finish the floating restaurant. I've got to get that build done because it is sitting there eating away at my creativity. So I need to get that one done. And I'm trying to be disciplined and not.
Right?
Yeah. I'm trying not to start another project until I finish doing the floating restaurant build, but I've still got a fair way to go on that one. Like, it's still very early stages, but it's getting there. The interior now on the ground floor, on the ground level, sorry, or the main deck level is getting closer to being finished, but I've still got a ways to go yet. And I don't know. There's still someone reckons I should turn it into a paddle boat, and I'm like, or a paddle steamer, and I'm like, oh, because it does look a bit like a paddle steamer. But
well, when you brought in James's idea, it did bring that in more. I could see that, but I mean, if it's going to completely ruin, what you're trying to do with it, I mean, you don't necessarily have to go that route.
I think for me it would, but that's just me. Now, if I wanted to turn it into a full, like a river boat, I would stretch out the hull and stretch it out a bit more, because I bought 2 of that set, so I've got the proper hull pieces to do it. I've got them sitting in a container at the moment. I could do it, but I didn't want to. Originally, my aim was to keep the original hull size as it was from the original Friends set, but basically change out the rest of it, while keeping it to the original size from the set as far as length and width. So that's sort of the angle that I've taken with that build, but I could extend it out to make it look a bit longer as a riverboat, or as like a paddle steamer, but just give it a bit more length. However, I never originally saw it as a paddle steamer, and I still don't necessarily see it as a paddle steamer, but I didn't want to have it as a boat that was permanently moored. I wanted to be able to have it so that I could, set it up for a photo to show that it's out in, Taz Cove or Taz Bay, or whatever I'm going to call the little, seaside area, that it's actually out doing a harbour cruise. There's ones in Sydney, and I'm sure there's other places around Australia. I've been on a couple in Sydney where they have the boats that go out and do the harbour cruise. It's fantastic. I love it.
Oh yeah, it's like dinner cruises are amazing. I love the idea of dinner.
Oh
cruises.
yeah.
I did one a long time ago.
Yeah, I love them. They are really, really cool, and sadly not real cheap either. They're a bit pricey, but especially at night, going under, or you can view the Sydney Harbour Bridge and you see the Opera House, and it's magic stuff. But that's what I had in mind for this little floating restaurant. Is I wanted to have the little restaurant, going around where the lighthouse is, and going around the marina and looking at the waterfront area and the waterfront precinct, and have a river a riverboat. So that's awesome. That's cool.
That's awesome, Matt.
That's
very
cute.
Cool. And this is my first horse-drawn cart here. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
I do want to build a couple of these for myself, some mock ones, so this is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm digging that. And that with that, they do give you the brick and the tile, where if you want to take the piece off the horse, you can fill the horse's back part in there.
Yep.
To make it whole. But yeah, there you go.
Mate, that's awesome.
And I did get a couple stars for finishing.
Oh, that's excellent.
That's just garbage.
Fantastic set. If you already have it, awesome. If you don't, worth it in my opinion by far to buy it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I like the trees that you've put there as well, Greg. I like the trees. That's cool.
So, we were talking about Paul earlier, right?
Yeah.
So I've been trying to get, obviously, I need to get stuff looking like something so I can actually produce some content. Quiet, Matt. So,
Lego.
So, hold on. Just the camera here. So this is the main street here, right?
Yeah.
Two-way road.
Of course, it's Lego Street.
And then, so for this side street here, it's going to be Tile Avenue.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a one-way. I got to find I had set up the one-way, so I got to get, this is why I want to try to get some of this stuff done. Like, yeah, mock building is great, but you know what? I got to actually get some exterior detail done, because it's just, here's all this plain crap sitting on a table and it doesn't look great. I mean, it looks good, but it's not what I want.
Yeah.
I just thought of something, Greg, not to completely derail your planning or anything. You said that's a one-way?
This is a one-way here.
Because we know your space is very limited, did you ever think of using the 8, like the sidewalk style, the 8 wide, and just making a couple of those lengthwise on like a 16 by 16 or whatever, 16 by 32?
Yeah, that's perfect for that.
So what now?
Instead of using a full 32 by 32,
yeah,
you can take the like an 8 by 16, like the way you have the sidewalk one there, that plate, turn that vertical, or turn that the other way, and 2 of those, the plain ones, not the sidewalk, and just use that as a one-way.
Yeah. Greg, do you remember the blue? Well, Matt as well. Sorry, but for both of you guys, do you remember the? Was it this year it came out, the blue Lego City crane?
Yes,
that set has an 8 by 16 road plate without the sidewalk stripes.
Yep, it does.
That's the one that Matt's referring to, Greg.
Oh, son of a bitch.
No, I've completely derailed Greg's entire city thinking now, but it's not because you have space limitations. Yeah, it's really practical.
Because son of a bitch.
I didn't think of that until just now either, because you said that. But
damn you, Matt! Damn you!
Damn me! Oh, damn Matt!
Damn you!
No, that's a double. No, that's both of you.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll take responsibility as well. It's 50-50. Matt and I'll split it down the middle, 50-50.
Hey, hold on.
It just, if you're gonna have that a one way, it just seems like such a waste though to have a full road. It's
gonna give you, Greg, perfect for that. But they have got that same piece just without the stripes.
Yeah, no, I've got a few of them.
Well, you can make your road plate half the size and have room for another freaking building on 16 by 16.
Yep.
Because
yep.
Yeah. All right. Hold on.
I was going to say, 16 by 16 style plate, even with sidewalks, you do like a small brick city style build, right?
Yes. Perfect.
I hate you both now. I hate you both so much.
And now it's on a stream, so it's hard for you to deny it now, Greg, because it's on a stream. So we have the stream as evidence that the suggestion was made. It's there as proof.
I don't remember you saying you're going to have a one-way like that, though. That's why I didn't think of it until you just started talking about it.
Yeah, no, I've always said I was going to have a one-way.
Oh, Greg, potential, mate. Potential. There's so much potential there.
Oh, son of a! Because this is technically this plate is a 20 by 32.
Right. Okay.
So
You'd still be able to, yeah.
You
Well-
could still do it where you could actually have your sidewalk on the one side, and then you could build a 16 by 16 plate.
That's
Hey,
right.
Hold on. So hold on. Let me just slide it forward. So it's 8 by 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Then
30.
put your little car on there. Let's see how it looks as a one way.
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
8 for width.
Yep. There you go. Okay. Perfect. Right. That's
Yeah.
perfect for a one way. Yep.
Get the butts, because that one's just like me trying to.
Yeah, but it'll still fit though.
Yeah.
Just.
That's still good. Still good.
So even for your 6 wide, it's still going to fit because it's an 8. It's 8 studs in width.
Mm-hmm.
I hate both of you.
It frees up so much room for you, Greg.
You know.
Now you have a new project to aspire to.
Yep.
I hate both of you.
I mean, you could keep your existing thing if you want. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
I'm
but-
just trying to help you and make more room and more things you can
Oh,
do.
no, that's why I'm hating both of you, because like, son of a. Oh my god, that makes so much more sense.
Yep. Lego maths. Lego maths.
Yep.
Because all right, so this is
I will say, to be fair, like if I go the route of doing like the nose plates and the road plates like that, because that's what I would do. You know,
Yeah.
I would not do brick built roads. I have had the thought of doing one way streets.
Yeah. Laneways. Yeah. Laneways, one way
Yep.
streets. Perfect for that. I just have to. I'd have to spend some serious money on bricklink to get more of those 8 by 16 road plates without the sidewalks. Without the pedestrian crossing.
Yeah.
I hate
Because
both.
they don't appear in many sets. Like they're starting to show up a little bit now, but when they first came out, we were getting more of those the crosswalks than getting the ones without the crosswalks.
Does online Lego Pick a Brick have those available?
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
I
hold
just
on.
know that if I go buying them now, I'm going to go broke.
By 32. If I did that, I could.
You're going to have plenty of room even to do a smaller build, but you're still going to have plenty of room left.
Because I still want. I don't have enough. Like, because the way some of my builds are, they're right on a 32 by 32 or right to the edge, so I don't have a sidewalk.
Yeah, yeah.
So if I even
That's what I'm saying. If you do it on a 16 by 32 plate, you still got the room for the sidewalk on both sides, basically, with a one way.
That's right.
yeah,
It'll be
and
a
then
thin build, but like you could do a little hole in the wall cafe or like a little ice creamery or a little,
Yeah, the other plate that would be perfect for a small Brook City style, literally
Yeah.
6 wide kind of thing that can
Or
put
like
up
a
against another
small-
building.
exactly a small thing convenience. And also, Greg, and you could also put like a little laundromat, like because they don't need to be that massive in length and width. You could do a small laundromat build and just have a row of washing machines and dryers, and then done, man.
Mhm.
That's perfect. If you've got the Greg, you've got the bloody the brick bank, the modular. That's got the Sapes and Suds
yeah.
the little print. Yeah. Be perfect, a little laundromat. Mine was done on a 16 by 16 plate, but that's just because I'm a lazy ass and I don't like doing Lego maths. So I make it easy for myself and I go, well, 16 by 16, I know how to work that out. But you could do a small little laundromat. Oh, it'd be perfect. You'd have enough room to do that. I know you hate us. I know you want to whack our asses with a boat paddle. I get it.
Well, he hates me every day anyway, so it doesn't change anything for me.
But it's totally doable.
So you hate me every day because I'm on your ass about content anyway, so it doesn't change anything.
And Greg, this will give you content as well. It's a win-win for everybody.
I'm just kind of just.
See? There you go.
Yeah, but if you did it with a 32 by 32.
No, I do
You'll
16
have
by 32 road, right? No, this becomes the one way at 16 by 30.
yes,
Yep.
Right? That still gives me 4 wide sidewalks on both sides.
yes.
Yep.
You're still going to have 16. If you do it on the 32 by 32 sort of arrangement, you'll have 16 studs left.
Then I recover. What is that? What did I say this was?
Because 8 and 8 is 16, so you're still going to have, if you can fit a 32 on there in that configuration, you'll have 16 studs for a building.
Well, I recover 8 studs on each
Yes.
side of the one way.
Or Greg, keep one side of your one way just with the 4, the 4 studs for your sidewalk. Then you've got the 8 studs wide for your laneway for the road, and then on the other side you still have 4 studs for your sidewalk, but you're still then going to have enough. If you put it on a 32 by 32, you're going to have enough for a building. You're still going to have enough left over. So if you keep it like that, but have it on a 32 by 32, you're going to have room to still fit another building on the other side.
Yeah, you just got more.
Yeah, the maths will actually add out. You'll have 16 studs available total for a building. That should be, you could do a good size building, reasonable size building for that. But it would be achievable if you can put it on a 32 by 32 arrangement.
I hate both of you right now.
This is what happens when you join an AFOL stream, and AFOLs get together and start going, have you thought of this? I know.
Mm-hmm.
I get it all the time with my stuff. It's like Brick Sergeant. It's like, dude, have you thought of doing another level? It's like, now I've got to do another level. I've got to put another deck on.
The only reason that I'm really into the idea of doing this now, like we're seeing, is because you have no space. And if you can reclaim to make another 1 or 2 actual buildings to do more fun stuff, I mean, that'd be fantastic.
Well, going from the way my table's set up, and I'm not swinging my camera around because my basement is an absolute.
No, you're right, dude. That's all right.
You mean
I'm going to recover if I go back to the 8 by, because this is how I originally had it, but I had using these plates, right?
Yeah.
So it was originally like that. So then I had no sidewalks, and I was like, well, then I'm going to go move it to the 20 by 32. Then I get sidewalks. I hadn't thought of that until you just said it, which makes a hell of a lot more sense. I recover back 8 by 32 on both sides of the table, right? Because the table right now. So these are 20 plates too. These are 20 size plates.
Right.
Right. Is a 20 wide. Right? Because it's.
Yeah. No, I get it though, but yeah.
I think this is gonna. I would leave this.
Mm-hmm.
This is just on. Going from, so there's buildings on that side, buildings on this side, right? Building here, building here. I'm not going to change these because I like how
no.
I think those are reasonable.
That would reduce. Oh, that's going to change the configuration on these.
It will, but
not by much though. Because right now,
think about all the gain you get though for other stuff you can do.
Yeah.
Because I'll gain back
short-term pain for maximum gain later.
Yeah, I'll get back going where buildings are, like where they're going to be laying out. I'll get 8 by 32 back.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I could put in like a small 8 by, like how Small Brick City did the 8 by 32.
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Do an 8 by 32 slim build or like an 8 by 16 times 2 style build. One on both, one at that corner. I'm pointing with my finger, you can't see it, but one at the far end and one at the more closer end.
Yeah,
along
Yeah.
that one side, that one area of the road.
basically. So if this was on like like on the side street, right? So say this is on that side.
Mm-hmm.
Have it so there's a building
Yep.
there.
Exactly.
There's a building there, and it's
And
just
you can just do minimal build. You
Yeah.
can have it flush against the wall of another building. Ideally, you have to worry about it
Yeah.
backing necessarily if you don't want to.
Yeah.
And then you can do the interior detailing and all that stuff too that you may want to do. And you can do the
Like-
exterior along two sides.
Yeah, and exactly, Matt. And like Greg, think of like what you would expect to see if you were living in even a small town. Most small towns have a little laundromat or something like that. They don't have to be massive builds like for the buildings themselves. They can be very simplistic. Now, a laundromat's very minimalist as far as what's required. Like a couple of washing machines and a few dryers, bada bing, and a little stool and maybe a bench. Bada bing, bada boom, you're done. That's like you can do a minimalist build, and you could even have an apartment up on top, but just if you're a bit skint on parts like I am at the moment, don't put an interior on the upper level.
Yeah, he's fond of doing multi-levels with those small narrow builds, like 3 levels worth sometimes.
Like, I know, Greg, I know, but it's going to be worth it, mate.
I hate both of you now. Just I'm just going to reiterate that one more time. I mean that in a loving
back to the drawing board you go, Greg. Back to the drawing board you go. But think about it, mate. Yeah, definitely worth pondering. It's
it's definitely worth pondering. There we go.
I wouldn't say pondering. I would say do it.
Oh, and by the way, real quick, just to blow everybody's bubble here in the States, if you don't live in Illinois, you didn't win Mega Millions. Somebody in Illinois won it.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I gotta go check my numbers anyways, just to see if I got anything. But
Wah, wah.
Someone was talking about that. Was it Lumberjack was talking about that, or someone else?
It got up last night to like 1.28 billion or something, or something
Damn.
for the ultimate jackpot. That's pretty crazy, and it probably went up higher, honestly, and with more people putting in, probably up till Friday night.
You could buy a lot of Lego for that. Lot of Lego.
Yeah. I built myself a Lego site. Buy my own land and build a Lego site.
Yep.
At least I got more stickers up and I got actual street signs up. I'm happy with.
Yeah, no. Look, mate, it's coming together, but we just sort of Matt had a great idea there with the laneway. Like when you start saying one way, I'm thinking, why could that be shorter? I'm like, hang on a sec.
Mm-hmm.
The gears started turning.
Oh, that changed my configuration on my intersection, though.
Yeah, but
I mean, you can work it out, though.
No, I can actually leave it. I just gotta figure out how to space it.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Things to ponder. It is 11 o'clock here in the East, and I do have to get prepared to get onto work for a little while.
The evil W word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will be once every 2 months, though, that I'll have to do this kind of thing. And once I get going with it, I may have to actually either move or postpone the Saturday morning streams once every 8 weeks.
Okay, yeah.
Because I may have to actually get started early, like 8 or 9 a.m. when we actually do this for real. But I'll tell you guys more about that when the time comes.
No worries.
Let's prepare to sign off here. Taz, as always, thank you for hanging out so much, buddy. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it, mate. Thanks for the invite.
And we'll do the usual where can people find you kind of thing here.
Mate, just Tasman Bricks on YouTube and also Instagram as well. And again, Greg, always good to see you. Matt as well, mate. Thank you again for the invite. Much appreciated. Mapping the Miles, good to see you there, Dave. Scott's Blocks as well was in the chat there for a bit. It was fun talking to you as well, mate.
G'day, everyone.
Thanks again, mate. Thanks
Cheers,
again, mate. I
buddy. And of
appreciate it.
course, definitely wish you continued getting better from your bout with COVID there as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
And how about that law Lego guy that has a mess in front of him right now? We completely have thrown him off his game.
Devastated right now. You can find me at Law Lego on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram at Greg.Bassett. But majority of the time, you'll find me hanging out with Matt on a Brookstream.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Thanks for hanging out, guys. Really appreciate it. Those who are lurking, those who are commenting, all that good stuff. Always appreciate it. We'll be back Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern time, as always. All right, guys, I have to get to work. So
Thanks again, Matt.
I will see you guys next time. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.
Bye, everyone.